Dual task activities. Multisensory demands are tough to navigate with movement. It's hard to watch, listen to something, move, and speak together. Either have word salad, fall, or can't make myself talk. How do I work on this? I can do all simultaneously, but not together. If I am on the treadmill at the gym, for example, and someone says hi, I cannot say hi, wave, nor look at them without falling or saying random nonsensical words. How do I work on this? So I think you're saying you can do them all separately, but you can't do them in combination. So we call those like dual task activities. So I have lots of videos on YouTube. That's why I put that term in the title of dual task activities. It's finding ways to combine activities. So start with as closed of an environment as possible, as controlled of an environment as possible to create the conditions to set you up for success. So I wouldn't start in a busy gym where people are talking to you, but I would maybe start at home, marching in place and counting backwards from 100 by multiples of 3. And, working on two things, your thinking and your marching, right? That would be a dual task. That's combining two tasks together. Another one sounds like just having a lot of stimulation, a lot of people talking. Watch a webinar and try and march in place, or put some headphones in and try and walk and listen to an audiobook with something you really want to learn so that you have to pay attention. And maybe force yourself when you get home that you have to make a memo note of what you learned in that chapter. So you have to be retaining that information as you're walking. Start in a quiet environment walking and progress to a busier environment. Maybe if you have the financial resources, it's getting a treadmill for home. They're relatively cheap now on Amazon. They're not super expensive. So you can start practicing walking on a treadmill and maybe listening to a television or, listening to an audiobook, something like that, where you're combining those two activities. Or maybe you walk on the treadmill and you put headphones in, listen to an audiobook on the treadmill. That does two things. It eliminates a lot of the excessive noise. People are less likely to come up and talk to you. Trust me, I use that sometimes as a little trick. When I'm at the gym, people just won't talk to you if you have headphones in sometimes. So maybe it'll just deter people from coming up and talking to you. Or if you use the treadmill method at home, maybe have a family member come out occasionally and you have a conversation with them. But I would break that down, figure out the conditions where you're having the most trouble, and try and figure out what the two things are that you're trying to combine that you can't do together, and find ways to do those things together in a more controlled environment. If you liked that video and you want to learn more exercises on how to improve your walking, definitely check out this video over here or that video over there. If you want even more help, check out our Gold membership program where you'll get access to over 300 exercises that are not here on YouTube, as well as access to our monthly lives where you can get your questions answered.